What is up, guys? I'm back with another one, and today we're working on a 2011 Chevy Camaro. It's a comeback. So about 5,000 miles ago we did the brakes on this, and when I say we, I mean the dealer. I didn't do the brakes. The person that did the brakes is not here, so I have to deal with the recheck and the customer because they're really upset. I hate brake noise concerns because I can never hear the noise, or I just hate noises in general. And if you're a tech, you could probably relate. Yeah, because you could try to fix a noise and sometimes it's not the noise the customer hears. But let's see if I can get this noise on camera. Damn, that hurt my ears. Oh, we got that custom yellow. So I want you to comment what you think I'm gonna find on this one. To give you some background, the brakes have been replaced all the way around. So it shouldn't be anything with brake pads. It shouldn't. So I found the wheel. Woo! That is making that noise. Ah! Oh, here's that custom two-tone caliper. Let's see what we're gonna find. Oh, yep. It's that classic rock in the shield. You guys got it. Whoever said that, they got it. Bingo. Ah! Well, there's the problem. Oh, you know we charging diag for this one. Let's see if it's fixed. Oh yeah, much better. We didn't sell you shitty parts this time. Anyway, I'm out of here. Next.
If y'all have subwoofer amps that keep going into protect, this is a cheap and easy fix for it. This is a 2006 Chevy Silverado. It's a sub amp and a 4-channel amp. It kept going into protect and I couldn't figure out how to solve it. Awesome grounds, bolted straight through, clean under it, wire wheeled, everything's good. So that wasn't the problem. DR44G alternator. That's where the positive comes out, right? See this plug right here? You disconnect it.
Still charges 13.8 volts, disconnected.
Basically what it does is it ramps up the voltage because it thinks the battery is draining. When that base hits hard, it thinks, oh, 12.5 volts for a split second. Computer tells the alternator, bump the voltage up. It started going all the way up, 14.5 until it maxed out at like 15.5. You know, it'll climb all the way up to 15.5 and I don't have to prove it to y'all. The sub amp's max voltage is like 15 volts or whatever. That sub amp would go straight into protect because the voltage was too high.
Later.
Got a KX85 today, and she don't crank over good at all. Doesn't seem to have compression. We're gonna tear it apart and see what's going on. Found the desert. It's in the air filter, and then sitting on top of the piston. Let's hope we can see it. There's like a chunk of metal in there. You guys see that? Right there. So that's interesting. Let's see what happens when we get the head off of there. I found the other half of the desert. It's living in the carburetor. So, you know, you could probably like just ride your dirt bike in there. You know, got little tiny dunes over here. It's great. Now for the big reveal. Go ahead, Joey. Pull that thing off there. Oh, top of the piston's got the damage on it. Right there's our chunk of metal. Look at that. It is stuck in there too. How's that head look? Nice. I wonder where that chunk of metal came from. Let's find out. Got it tore apart. Cylinder doesn't look great, but not awful. We expected that this chunk of metal that's on top of the piston would be a ring, but the rings are there, completely like intact. It's pressed down pretty bad on this side of the piston, so you know the ring is stuck. But if you look, the connecting rod does not move freely on the crankshaft anymore. So what we're thinking is that might be a chunk of needle bearing that came up from the bottom end and got wedged in there, and that everything is just seized up. It got real hot, probably more stuff down in the bottom. Yeah, total rebuild. You can see that the needle bearings in there on the rod are actually melted and are flat. If you look down in there in that, like, what do you call that, oil galley or whatever you want to call it, where you can get the oil into those bearings through the fuel and stuff. Yeah, they are melted. Dead.
All right, guys, I'm back with these wheels. These are the Camaro wheels. I did a video where I made it seem like I damaged it. I really didn't. I just had to take the sensors out of the old rims to put them in the new ones. All right, let's go back 5 hours ago so I can show you the condition I found this car in. Guys, it's Thursday morning, and I don't think I have the energy to deal with this shit. All right, so we're working on a 2022 Chevy Camaro. Customer states that they hit a curb on the passenger side, and the steering wheel's off to the left when the wheels are straight. Yeah, so let's take a look at the passenger side. So I'm looking, and I see this with the steering wheel straight. I just pushed in a little bit. And then the backside is also pushed in. Okay. So I'm thinking to myself, please let me drive this in. I mean, I've seen worse. I'm hoping I can. I'm going in reverse and the car stops here. I come out to take a look and I'm like, oh, that's still there. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Wow, I didn't know the control arms were detachable. What curb did you hit? That's not all. I look at the wheel and damn, you're missing half of your rim. Why are you even going this fast? Is this even an SS? Bro, it's a convertible. Like, who races? Let's see what you got under the hood. Yo, you got the V6. It's not like you got a V8 in this. Why are you racing this? Now I gotta figure out how to rig this shit to push it all the way into the shop over there, which is in Carajo land when you're pushing a car. This is causing me a lot of emotional damage. I hope everyone's having a better Thursday than I am. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. Next.
Customer states only runs on half choke. Today we got a Kawasaki. When anything comes in running great on partial choke, I immediately look to the carburetor. Took a fuel sample at the carburetor and I dropped the solenoid and took a fuel sample from the bowl. Carburetor bowl was about 60% water. So I immediately started draining the tank and cleaning the lines. Water is heavier than gas, and you can obviously see how much water is at the bottom of this fuel sample. And also how cloudy the gas is. So I'm going to finish draining the fuel tank. I'm going to replace that fuel filter. I'm going to put fresh gas in it. Then I'm going to turn the engine over with fresh fuel using the fuel pump. I'm going to pump it into a container until I get fresh gas before I ever hook the carburetor back up.
Are you smarter than a mechanic? Customer states, my car didn't start this morning and I think it's an alternator. Now, while the battery does look pretty nasty, and so does the alternator, quite frankly, the truth of the matter is, I don't think it's either of them. Because when I get into the car, it has power. The last thing is, these relays are activating. I can hear them start up when I have someone turn the key. Now, I want to hear your responses because I know what it is. I want to see if you guys know what that is. So, the question is...
This is the setup I'm using for pumping out the old fuel into the new tank for the customer. As you can see there, I had an inline fuse hooked up, and it's just power and ground. That's all those pumps need. You can kind of see in the back right-hand corner is the new tank. Again, this is warranty for the customer. He doesn't have to pay anything, so it's not costing him anything, and it fueled perfectly after I was all done.
Customer states my transmission pan is rusted. Please replace. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, bud, she's a little rusty. But have no fear. Midwest tranny pan in a can is here. Fucking mids.
And on today's episode of Customer States. Customer States ticking noise when driving at about 40 miles an hour. Oh, it must be one of those rare unicorn front-wheel drive Ford Edges. Let's go take a look. Four-wheel, full-time. Oh, wait. That's not moving. I guess that's where that ticking noise is coming from. Stay tuned for part 2.
Customer states, when leaving the stoplight under heavy acceleration, there are sparks coming from the front driver's side of the vehicle. I don't fucking see anything. We found her. Fuck, bud. Cheese and rice. Think you might need a set of tires there, bud. Just my thought, though.
Homie drove 3 hours like this.
Customer states, light shake while driving. I don't think I hit anything, though.
Customer states,
put new coils and spark plugs in the vehicle. My buddy put 2 in, and then I put 2 in. Okay, let's see what we found. Okay, so we're working on a Scion XD. D standing for dumb. Thank goodness they stopped making Scions. But they still make something similar to this in the Toyota realm. Anyway, so we got new coils. Absolutely. But look, one of the boots lasted. And this is what the spark plug looks like. Yummy!
Asshole customer of the day. Customer comes in with a newer Chevy Tahoe. We do tires on it a couple weeks ago. He comes back and says that the tires are rubbing. OEM rims, OEM tire size. Since it's been snowing, we told him it's probably the snow rubbing when it builds up in the fenders. Customer claims that's not it. Claims he went to Chevy dealership and they showed him where it was rubbing. We check it over, it's not rubbing anywhere. We don't hear it rubbing when we're driving it. Customer swears by his own stupidity. I'm pretty sure a car company would not design a tire to be put on a car with a size that'll cause it to rub. The tires we put on were Continental Terrain contacts, and he bitches about it, and now he wants Bridgestones. Sounds like he's making up a bunch of shit because he didn't like the Continentals. And what do? Since he's an unhappy asshole customer, we give him the fucking Bridgestones. I would have told the asshole go to corporate. Fucking crybaby. I got another one for you guys. This time it's a Cadillac. Okay, customer states that the AC blows cool, not cold, cool. Well, this is the settings that customer has it on, lowest settings. Take a look, guys. Put your comments down below. All right, let's see what we have under the hood. Okay, so I looked under the hood and did a little visual inspection. I don't know if I could get that right there, but as you can see, the AC compressor is not kicking on. So instead of hooking up the machines, checking pressures or checking power and ground, we're just gonna do a simple test. So on these Cadillacs, I noticed if you don't have the auto on, it won't blow cold because the AC is what? Not turned on. So if we go to climate, you can see AC is off. We hit that button, the AC is now on. And ooh yeah, that's cold. If you don't believe me, let's take a look at the AC compressor. Well, as you can see now, guys, the AC compressor is on. And that means the AC is going to be cold. Clutch engaged. So it's just a simple fix. Customer doesn't know how to use their car. That's
User error.
Let's get that money.
Customer state.
Hey guys, I got another one for you.
Exhaust pipe replaced.
Customer states check-in.
For DTCPO 420.
Service in a Cali dealership. Let's see what they did or didn't do. Code is a P0420.
Check engine light on again.
Let me see what
Step
they did. They changed the
P0420.
exhaust pipe is what they're claiming. I'm gonna grab my handy dandy light. Oh, this was less than 1,000 miles ago.
732 miles.
They changed this pipe.
To be exact.
But look, it's cracked right there. You can see the exhaust leak. And it's cracked on the other side right there. Oh, you can also see the exhaust leaking out. Did they change this pipe in Cali?
Any thoughts?
I'm gonna call bullshit. Don't worry about that wet stuff. That's just WD.
Oh, Ader, happy Monday, and welcome to Customer States. Customer States, ever since. All right, Karen, it's fucking Monday. We're not starting this. No, fuck that. Deep breaths. Customer States, ever since my last service, there's been a burning smell while driving. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so off. It's a direction I'd like you to kindly fuck. Whoosha. Problem solved. No more bag. You all fuckers have a great day. Or don't. I really don't give a shit. Thank you, bye.
Alright guys, I'm back with another one. This is on the Vortex 5.3 GMC Suburban. This is gonna be a real quick video. Customer states he can hear a belt squeal, and I'm gonna show you guys how to fix a belt squeal in under 60 seconds. Okay, so confirm belt squeal. There it is. Okay, so there's a special tool for this. I got the snap-on yellow crayon. Ready? Look at that, no more noise. Snap-on, thank you, genius.
20-something Ford Expedition. Customer states the fixed portion of their Vista roof just exploded. No reason, just exploded. Stopped existing. So, there's the new one. That was only $1,100. And, you know, you only have to gut the entire upper half of the vehicle's interior to get the frame out. This is a $3,000 repair. Just say no to the Vista roof.
Customer states vehicle just needs a fuel pump and a couple tires. Now, there's the gas that came out of it. And then inside the tank, let's take a little peek. Holy smokes. Well, there's the sending unit broken off down here. And there's about 6 inches of sludge in this. I have never seen a tank this bad. It's probably all that's holding it together. Look how deep that goes down. Unbelievable. How many years you guys think it's been sitting?
Anthony. No comment?
This is why your oil change takes 3 hours.
Customer states running rough with no power. I confirmed the complaint. Sounded like it was running with the choke on. It's an auto choke, and I confirmed that it's not stuck. Also, this is the air filter, and although it's dirty, it should pass air just fine, and it ran the same even with no air filter. Go ahead and shut off the fuel flow here. I'm going to drop the bowl of the carburetor, so I'm going to clean it up here. I've cleaned it up, cleaned out my carb bowl sample dish. We're going to see what we get. Well. Water. Again. Seems to be a common thing here recently. I just cleaned that one out for the same thing. Totally different customer. Also, why did they ever stop putting powder in gloves? Our sweaty shop hands don't go in these gloves easily. The rest of the bowl is clean, but I'm going to spray it out anyway. The main jet appears clear, but we're going to poke it and clean it anyway. Find the appropriate size welding tip cleaner and get to cleaning. Use a wire brush to get any varnish off. Sometimes you can quickly drop and reinstall the carburetor bowl without taking much apart, but I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way for the video. I'm going to remove the fuel line and drain the fuel tank. Also, these door panel tools are excellent for fuel lines. Got my carburetor bowl clean, got the gasket reinstalled. And do a quick sample of what's in the fuel tank. Yeah, I'm gonna drain all that. From the top, it looks fine. But draining the bottom, there's clearly water and very cloudy gas. We're just going to drain the rest of that out. I'm going to get a rag or something, put my other hand over this, and clear it out to where everything gets out the line. Clean and dry. Fill with fresh fuel, preferably non-ethanol, but I don't have that available to me in my area. This is old. They took it away from us. This is a step you don't have to do, but I do. I let fresh fuel run through the line for a second, just to be sure the line is clear. New filter. Run and check for leaks.